The Druchi pirates raided up and down the coast, seeking the ancient ruined tomb of a long-dead elven king, where it was said would lay inside his blade. A blade of unimaginable power, a blade that could slay a demon with but a single touch and eat the souls of the mere mortals it touched. But the Druchi were not the only ones to be seeking the artifact. The warriors of the Untamed Beasts Chaos tribe sought the relic so that they could take their greatest prize yet, a mighty Draconith. Yet, as they sought out this ancient weapon, they did spy the Druchi doing the same. Howling battle cries to the great beast that was Chaos, they flung themselves at the Druchi, and the battle was joined in Age of Sigmar Warcry. In our game today, we're playing with the victory condition Unbreakable Oaths, where after deployment, starting with the attacker, each player has to pick one of the following oaths to complete. Obliteration means they'll destroy a particular battle group. A monument means the other player has to pick a terrain feature and get an amount of models nearby it. And Annihilation means complete this oath if half or more of the fighters in the enemy warband are defeated. The battle ends after 4 rounds or when one player completes their oath as well, otherwise the battle will be a draw. For our twist, we then have Desperate Times and Measures, where when this twist card is drawn, each player can pick to be a hero or villain. At the start of each battle round, where half or more of their warband are taken down, a hero can pick one of their fighters to be heroic, and a villain can pick one of their fighters to be villainous. Heroic fighters then can make reactions without forfeiting their abilities, and nefarious fighters or villainous fighters can make 3 actions per activation instead. In today's game, I am playing with the Cities of Sigmar, and this gives me the Dawnbringer Zealot's ability, where I can remove some damage points at the end of each round. In my dagger, I have a Sorceress, 2 Blackheart Corsairs with Vicious Blades and Repeater Crossbows, and another Blackheart Corsair with Vicious Blades and Wicked Cutlass. My shield is a Blackheart Fleet Master, and once again, 2 Blackheart Corsairs with Vicious Blades and Repeater Crossbows, and then 2 Blackheart Corsairs with Vicious Blades and Wicked Cutlasses. And lastly, in my hammer is a Blackheart Reaver with 2 Blackheart Corsairs with Vicious Blades and Repeater Crossbows, and a Blackheart Corsair with Vicious Blade and Wicked Cutlass. Stephen is playing with the Untamed Beast in today's game, and this gives him the Worthy Prey ability, where at the start of each battle round, if no enemy fighters are your Worthy Prey, you get to pick an enemy fighter to be so, and while you're fighting that Worthy Prey, any abilities triggered to sort of target them have a value of 6. In his dagger, he has his First Fang, Beast Speaker, and Rock Tusk Prowler. Well, in his shield is pretty simple, 3 Plains Runners. And then in the hammer is the Heart Eater and 2 Prey Takers, 1 with Fanged Axe and 1 with Sawtooth Blade. Alright, so we are all deployed for the table. To begin with, we have our daggers on the table. Stephen's in the centre there. His First Fang, Rock Tusk Prowler, and the Beast Speaker. Meanwhile, mine's over on the flank. The Sorceress are backed up by a bunch of Blackheart Corsairs. And then for shields, I've got my Fleet Master with more Blackheart Corsairs, and Stephen has his 3 Planeswalkers down on that side. Alrighty, and so we are all deployed, as you can see. But another thing we had to do before the game begins is select the oaths that we're going to do for the objective. Now, I have selected a monument, and I've chosen to pick that building down there to have 4 of my fighters in at the end of the battle. Stephen, on the other hand, has gone for obliteration, choosing one of my battle groups to destroy entirely, and he has chosen that battle group there. So, with that said, we are going to go into priority for round 1. Today's video is sponsored by Gap Games, a fantastic miniature wargaming store in Queensland, Australia. They stock a wide variety of miniature wargames, from all things Games Workshop to some of my personal favourites, Conquest, The Last Argument of Kings, and all things Modifius wargames as well. Use our affiliate code in the link below to help support both this fantastic store and the channel as well. And so we are priority for the first round. This is for the Darkened Covenants. I've got a 4/4 there. Meanwhile, Stephen, for the Untamed Beast, is going to have a 2/2, and that is that. And so, first activation of the game, Stephen has chosen to take with the more singles. He gets to pick priority. So, who is activating first? So, Stephen's first move is just making a double there with the Rock Tusk Prowler. My first activation is going to be the Sorceress. She's going to make a ranged attack to begin with. And so the Sorceress is going to make a disengage first, and then we are needing 5s to get the Rocktusk Prowler here. Nothing on it. Then spending my 444 for Inspiring Presence, activating the Corsair right next to me with the repeated crossbow. Get 2 shots with each of these. They are needing 5s as well. They're 1-2 on their damage profile, so let's see if we can get a couple of damage points in. Hey, I got a crit, that's 2 damage to begin with. And then doing the exact same thing again, another attack. Nothing, double 1s that time. Alrighty, so you've then made a double move after using Rush on your first thing to bring them down closer to the fight. My next activation will then be another one of these Blackout Corsairs over here. And so 4 attacks then into the Rocktusk Prowler, needing 5s to wound. I got 1 and a crit, so that will be 4 damage. And then just making a double move with one of the Plains Runners. I'm then going to make a double move with one of my Corsairs over there as well. And you back that up with another double move with another one of your Plains Runners. Alright, and then move one of my Corsairs with crossbows up, going into the Plains Runner. So needing 4s this time because you're only defense 3 on them. Get nothing. Alright, so it's over to the Untamed Beast for your next activation. Who's going to go to the Plains Runner or the Beast Speaker. And the Beast Speaker just makes a double move down the steps on this side, down on the first rank and Plains Runners. Next one of my Corsairs moves up to engage. Your last Plains Runner just makes a double move. And so I'll just finish off with a couple of double moves from the Corsairs here and the Black Ark Fleet Master. And so with that, that's going to be the end of round 1. So we're going into round 2, which is where we can now start scoring automatic victories from. And so into round 2, we have our reserves come on. Mine coming on at the top of the table and Stephen's backboard, and then Stephen's coming on the far flank from where the action is. So with that, let's go into priority for round 2. And so priority for round 2, this is for the Cities of Sigmar. I've got a 2-2, 3-3. Meanwhile, Stephen, the Untamed Beast, is going to have a 2-2, 4-4. And so we're both having 2 singles. It is a roll-off for the round, unless you're spending any wild dice.
Nope.
And I'm not either, so roll off. Got a 5. Stephen got a 3, so I'm going to take it with the Corsairs. My first activation is going to be with the Corsair locked in combat with the Rocktusk Prowler. I'm going to spend a double to get an extra attack on each of my actions. And so we will need 5s to do the damage. That is 2 crits and a hit, so that will be 7 points of damage. And 1 more attack to come, so it is unfortunately going to leave you on a wound. Alright, so the Rocktusk lives on a single wound, so first activation for the Untamed Beast. I think it's going to be that Rocktusk, isn't it?
Yep.
So the Rocktusk Prowler is going to declare an onslaught, so first of all I think it's going to attack that Corsair right in front of it.
Yep.
Defense 3 against strength 4, so you will need 3s. Yeah, that's a lot. 2 damage a pop is on the Rocktusk.
Yep, 2-5.
Yep, so that'll kill me, 8 damage. So that'll take down my fight. You've got a second activation with the Rocktusk Prowler now. And so just going to make a move into the Sorceress. You've got 1 wound left, so I think the play here is, well, the Sorceress is going to bonk him on the nose. And so Sorceress is going to activate into the Rocktusk, needing 5s. Got the crit and takes the Rocktusk down. Should then do a range attack into the Plains Runner there. So needing, with this one, 4s. That'll be a single hit for 3 damage. Alright, so the first Fang is then going to activate. You're throwing your first spear at that Corsair on the flank near the Sorceress. Needing 3s to wound. That'll be 1. And going again.
Yep.
That'll be another 2, that's 4 damage.
Out of.
The Corsair there will then go engage the Plains Runners. So we are going to need 4s to wound. We'll get nothing on our attacks. So your Plains Runner here is actually within an inch of the closest Corsair, so making an attack roll, you'll need 4s, because 3 into 3. We've got 1. And then going again. It's going to be a crit.
3.
So 4 damage on that Corsair. Gonna move my other Corsair into your Plains Runner, so we are needing 4s. That'll be 3 hits at 1 damage, so 3 damage. So Plains Runner, then going into my injured Corsair, so needing 4s. Nothing. I'll then strike back at your injured Plains Runner, so 4s. Got 1 hit on my first lot of attacks. So 4 wounds left on your Plains Runner. Crit and a hit does it on the second attack, and I got the hit but not the crit. So your Beast Speaker goes in. She has 4 attacks. She's strength 4, so it'd be 3s.
I'm using on.
And you're using Onslaught for the extra attack, so 3s into the first Corsair. That'll be 3 hits damage base.
Damage for that weapon is 1 base.
Alrighty, so my next activation will then be this last Corsair here. Moving in, and 3 attacks needing 4s. That'll be another wound. So your little Plains Runner here is going to attack the Corsair, so 4s. Oh, no. And again, 1. I'm going to move and make a double move with the Fleet Master. You're then making a double move with the what is it? That's the Heart Eater.
Yep.
Then I'm going to spend my double to move my Black Ark Corsair's leader, Black Ark Reaver, a double move down into the combat there. You've then got a double move with the first of your Prey Takers, the one with Sawtooth Blade. And this Corsair is then going to put both of their attacks into the Heart Eater, so needing 5s. That'll be 3 damage. You then make a double move with your other Prey Taker. I'm then going to go the same thing, both attacks with my ranged weapon into the Heart Eater, needing 5s. Put another damage point on him. And then we end the round with a double move with that Corsair. I've got 3 fighters there. I've got 3 left remaining from the Warband that you need to kill, or the battle group rather, so let's go into round 3. Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time. So, priority for the Ducking Commons. I've got a 2/2, 6/6. Meanwhile, for the Untamed Beasts for Stephen, I've got a 6/6, 2/2. And so both of us have done exactly the same thing with our wild dice, making 2 triples and a double come up from what we had. So that means it'll still be a roller for the round, with both having a single left each. So priority will go to a dice roll. I've got a 5 again. Stephen, meanwhile,
Got a 5.
got a 5. So going again. I got a 5 again. I got a 5 again. Let's go again. I got a 3. You got a 4. Alright, you get to choose who goes first. And Stephen is taking the activation for the Untamed Beasts. Couple of things before we go into the first activation though. Our abilities are really going to come into activation for the first time this game. I'm going to go a D3 heal on the Corsair near your first fang. For 1. Meanwhile, you're then going to pick my Sorceress to be the Prey. What that does is essentially means anytime you use abilities that have a value, using the value of the dice, they count as 6 at all times if you've used them on the Sorceress. So the first thing is going to attack that Corsair there that's got 4 wounds left, so...
He has 3 attacks,
3
strength
attacks.
4.
So needing 3s. Only got 1 damage, 2.
Yep.
I'm left with 2 wounds. You're going to have to attack me again. That would have killed me on the first time. So you're going to spend your triple 2 then on Harpoon Snag. This will give you a bonus attack. So shooting the Sorceress, so...
Strength 4.
Needing 3s. Ouch!
2 5.
And the Sorceress will literally go into base contact with you because of that. So, we are going to activate the Sorceress next then. So 3 attacks in melee. Sorceress does need 5s. So let's see what she can get. That'll do 1 damage so far. And going again, that'll just be 2 damage in total. We'll then spend a triple 2 I have for Inspiring Presence, activating the Black Ark Reaver immediately after. This will be going into your Beast Speaker there. And then into the Blackout Reaver's action, I'll then spend a double to give me the extra attack from Onslaught. So we are needing 5s. Oh, that is just 1 so far, so 2 damage. And going again. Oh, that is 2 crits and a hit. And that will be 12 points of damage on the Beast Speaker, leaving her with 3 wounds remaining. It's your activation. Your Beast Speaker is then going to attempt to attack one of the Corsairs here. This is the one that's wounded and one of the ones you need to kill, so strength of her attack. Alright, so needing 3s. That will be just a single miss, so you will take a point of damage back, but you will also... If you take the fighter out, that means down here is the only one left alive that matters.
And the sorceress?
And the sorceress.
And I'm within 4.
And you're going to try and kill the sorceress, so you're going to make a whip attack into there. Needing 3s.
Miss 1.
Miss 1, so 3 damage. Corsair, right near your Beast Speaker, is going to go next, so we are going to need 5s. Got 1. And second attack, needing 5s. Got the 1 point of damage you needed, that's 2, that takes the Beast Speaker down. So the injured Plains Runner is going to attack the dude directly in front of him. So let's see what we can get. Needing 4s.
All 3.
All 3. No crits, but 3 damage. And so you need to do 5 on this.
Nothing.
Do nothing. That Corsair will then attack back. We're going to go into the injured one first using an Onslaught. So 5 attacks, hitting on 4s. That would just be 8 points of damage. Wow. We'll then actually go into the undamaged one with our other attacks. And do 4 points of damage. And so this Plains Runner here, going to attack into my damaged Corsair. Nothing. Going to go again. 2 points of damage, not enough to take me down. And I will disengage and make a move over there with my other Corsair. And so you've got your Plains Runner making a move there. Going into the Sorceress, once over attacks. Does get a crit on her. It goes to 14. But we can call the game here because you've not got the movement or the fighters now. And I've got 4 within my terrain feature, so that will be a victory to the Cities of Sigmar's Darkling Collins. Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.